Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
What's up guys, Sal here. So we have a couple of interesting Samsung news today that will surely make things better, and one of them will revolutionize the smartphone industry. So without much further ado, let's get right into it. The Galaxy S20 series have a 120Hz refresh rate, but the problem is it doesn't work at maxed out resolution, which is Quad HD+. It only works at Full HD+, and as soon as you turn the display setting to Quad HD+, the refresh rate goes down to 60Hz. A lot of us complain that there should be an option, and it's us who'll decide whether or not we want to keep the setting at maxed out resolution and in turn to take a slight hit at the battery life. In fact, there is a petition going on for Samsung to enable this feature, and thankfully it looks like Samsung has noticed the complaints and they are actually considering enabling the 120Hz refresh rate at Quad HD+ resolution too. Max Weinbach, the person who's responsible for most of the Galaxy S20 leaks, says that Samsung is working on optimizing the software for WQHD+ 120Hz on the S20 and should release it in the next 1 to 3 months.
Thank you!
This is great news. Thank God they came to their sense. Like I've said, if it consumes more battery and if that's gonna bother someone, he at least now is gonna have an option to switch it back to Full HD+. That's exactly what we were trying to say to Samsung from the get-go, to give a freaking option. If a user wants to enjoy the cutting-edge tech at maxed out specs, then let him enjoy. Don't turn it off saying maxed out specs consumes more battery, especially after charging $1,400 for those maxed out specifications. Anyway, glad they are realizing this, and I'll surely keep you posted whenever they officially release the firmware update, so you know what to do. So the true successor to the Galaxy Fold will be launched in July this year, and it looks like the Fold is gonna be the new testbed for cutting-edge technology. According to multiple reports from different sources, the Galaxy Fold 2 is gonna be the first commercial phone to have an under-display camera for selfies. The one showcased from Oppo and Xiaomi is still a prototype, so it looks like Samsung is gonna beat everyone to market and will debut this technology on their foldables rather than their main flagships. We've heard about this multiple times in the past, and the fact that we're hearing it again means we'll more likely are gonna see this happen in just a few months. We also have other specs of the handset. It will either have a 7.7 or an 8-inch display. The outer cover display will be bigger and will have an infinity V notch. The camera setup will be similar to the Galaxy S20 Plus, stainless steel frame and ceramic back. Also, there will be support for S Pen as we have mentioned in the past, but the difference is it will be a new form of S Pen so that it doesn't damage the display of the foldable. There will be ultra thin glass though, just like the Galaxy Z Flip, but Samsung is gonna put a plastic polymer layer on the top so it's gonna scratch easily. So it will be interesting to see how they're gonna work around this. The intriguing thing is it's launching in July, which is quite early. Does that mean the Galaxy Note 20 is also launching in July? Will we see under-display camera tech on the Note 22?
Find out on the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z.